The Bears blow the largest lead, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the history. Justin Fields was having the day of days. He was having the game of his career.
Beautiful.
Until the final 3 drives. He goes lost fumble to tie the game, turnover on downs on a fourth. That was coaching because you kick the field goal and you go up 3, and now you force them to either kick the field goal to tie you or get the touchdown to beat you, and then the game ending interception. Here's something that's very interesting, Ocho. The Bears might be tanking for Caleb Williams because not only if they tank, they get the number 1 pick, but they got Carolina's pick also, which could be the number 2 pick. So you could possibly get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.
You think would they do that? Would they do that? Would they really sabotage the play calling offensively and defensively week in and week out to get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.?
We see them do it all the time in basketball.
That takes us back to the situation and analogy that we just explained. And having something at your disposals, having something at your helm that you don't even know what to do with, but you trying to say, you know what, forget this. I'm gonna try to go get these new new shiny toys that are doing extremely well at the collegiate level. Same thing again. We just talked about that.
Yes, but I personally, Ocho, I do not believe the Bears will pass on 2 quarterbacks because they had the highest grade, Bryce Young and Caleb Williams. I don't believe they'll pass on both of those quarterbacks.
Right.
Do you honestly? Do you believe they will pass on both of those quarterbacks having the number 1 pick?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But again, if you didn't know what to do with the one you got now, if you don't know what to do with the one you got now, what makes you believe you're gonna know what to do with the one you get from USC?
Well, another regime. Because here's the thing now. If I believe another regime would come in. If you stuck with Justin Fields, that's 3 regimes. That'll be his 3rd regime. Now, you said it was Matt Nagy and his play calling. You said it's Eberflus and that play calling, whoever the OC is. So at some point in time, we got as great as Justin Fields played in the first up until those final 3 drives.
Right,
he was awful the last 3 drives.
Right. So I mean, so you're not even taking what he did throughout the game where he was playing phenomenal football, great football at that, based on, what he has showed us so far at the beginning of the season and the growth where it could, one game, all you needed is a little confidence and boom, you had the kind of game you had outside of those last 3 drives. So you basing his performance on those last 3 drives only?
Let me ask you a question. You go to Vegas, you been to Vegas? You ever gambled in Vegas?
Boy, I'm cheap. Now, I ain't spending no money.
But let's just say, for the sake of argument, you go to Vegas and you play in poker. For the sake of the
argument,
you play in poker. You up $20 million. You got $20 million. Wait,
I'm up how much?
You up $20 million. And then at the end of the night, you lost it all. Are they going to talk about that you was up $20 million, or are they going to talk about the fact that you lost?
Oh, they're going to talk about the fact that I lost.
Oh, so what are we talking about right now with Justin Fields?
Okay, I got you. Okay, when you put it like that,
I gotta put it to a context that I
listen. When you put it to me like that, goddamn.
Because how quarterback? What do we measure Tom Brady? Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, the greats. A lot of these guys, they played bad the whole game, but when they needed to put something together, the last 5 minutes,
always come through, every time.
And Justin Fields was having the day of his life throwing the football. We know what his legs are. His legs are magical. But in today's game, you're not going to run your way. You're not going to run your way to a championship with your quarterback legs. You're not. You're just not. Because they've set the game up, Ocho, for you to be able to throw. All this incidental contact, all this holding, all this hands to the face, all this defenseless receiver, and you can only hit the quarterback in this area. Let that sink in, Ocho. You can only hit the quarterback in the width of his numbers. So this is 12 or this is 14 or whatever your quarterback number is. That's the only target you can hit.
Right. I mean that is crazy when you think about it in hindsight. Another thing I would go back to is the NFL actually protecting themselves long term for anybody that try to come back. That's a whole nother topic. But again, they've handicapped the defense to a point to where it's a pass happy league, and it's almost unfair. It's almost unfair, for those that play defense, to the point where those that are getting paid defensively, cornerbacks, they deserve every dime.
They
deserve every dime they get
They do.
because they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing.
Nothing. Because it potentially, if we go back and look, the Jets had gotten off the field, had gotten an interception from Patrick Mahomes, and they got a little 5-yard hold. It was 3rd and 16. They get a 5-yard penalty
on Sauce.
First down.
That wasn't, man. Robert Saleh had every right to be going off on the sideline on that coach, because that could have changed the momentum and the shift of that game for them, and they ruined it.
We talked about this guy last week, Chase Claypool.
My guy. Chase.
He wasn't at the game. The team spokesman said he was told to stay away. The Steelers traded him for the 32nd pick in the draft. They're hoping they can get a 5th or a 6th round pick. I told you last week.
Right.
Imagine if TJ or one of your receiver teammates had said, Ocho knows that performance, that type of effort is not acceptable.
That had nothing to do with why they told him to stay at home. I think they told him to stay at home because of the comments that he made when a reporter asked him, are the Chicago Bears using you right offensively? And his answer was no. And basically, based off his answer and being honest and truthful on them not using him the right way, because as you can see, the Bears aren't playing good football offensively. They're not using any of their offensive stars the right way, including DJ Moore or Darnell Mooney.
Can I ask you a question? Was Pittsburgh using him correctly?
Because they traded him. Not to his full potential. They traded him because of what they had in the receiver room already. Well,
hold on. If he's what you said, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
If he's what you said he is, cream rise to the top, regardless of what's in that room.
Right.
If he's what you said he is, why does it matter that Deontay Johnson or George Pickens or whomever else is in that room? Why does it matter if Chase Claypool is what you said he is?
Listen, that's an issue and a problem with personnel in the Steelers organization and not wanting him around. But I have an understanding of watching him.
Who don't want good players?
Huh?
Who don't want good players around?
What is the NFL? Everybody good. It's the NFL. Everybody good. That's why they feel, we can get rid of him and get the production from somewhere else and somebody else. That's the nature of the business. That's the nature of the beast. And that is the way to think. And you know what? Sometimes you don't get that. Sometimes you don't replace what you think might be better. The grass ain't always green on the other side.
Ocho, you normally get one chance to go somewhere and they say, you know what? They didn't use him properly. You can't. It's kind of like the James Harden situation. You can't force your way out of Houston, force your way out of Brooklyn, try to force your way out of Philly, and think people are going to empathize with you. You can't keep saying.
Listen, when you putting up 21-13 and 8, yes you can.
No, yes, you can because you see what's happening right now, don't you? What? Because everybody gonna say how long before he's unhappy here.
Man, anybody would take James Harden. Man, don't do that. Man, we talk about one of the most prolific scorers of all time. Now coming off the dribble. Wait, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on now. And I know you're not trying to compare James Harden and Chase Claypool.
No,
that's two completely different spectrums.
I tell you what. How about this here? Antonio Brown.
Yes, sir.
The Pittsburgh Steelers got tired of him. The Oakland Raiders got tired of him. The New England Patriots got tired of him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got tired of him. Don't tell me you can't wear out your welcome because you can, Ocho, and I don't care how great you are.
Right.
Okay, was that a better comparison? How about AB? A guy came off a 100-catch season, 1,400 yards. And what did the Steelers do? Moved on.
How's it been so far since he's been gone?
How's it been for him?
Wait. No.
How's it been for him?
How has it been from an offensive standpoint of receiver production since he's been gone? I'm just asking.
You just told me you love George Pickens. You just told me that.
I do love him to death.
Okay.
What you mean? But you still didn't answer the question.
Right.
What has the production been the same since he's been gone?
No.
And you just answer the question. That's all I'm asking. Have we gotten the same type of production AB produced?
No.
Why? Why? So wait. Let me finish now. Stay with me now. Stay with me.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with you.
So we haven't gotten the same type of production,
No.
And Chase Claypool is gone from the Steelers, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because they not using. They say they weren't using him right?
That's what he said. I don't know. I don't know.
You got George Pickens. You got Deontay Johnson.
I think, yes.
Are they using them fellas? Are they using fellas right?
They're using them correctly. I just don't know the guy that's throwing them the ball. I don't know if he's correct.
Wait a minute. If they were using them correctly, they would still be able to put up somewhat of the numbers that AB was. No, or
no?
Am I tripping?
No. Hold on. Are you comparing those guys to AB? AB was on. It could make a case that he's an all-decade receiver.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying
he can make a case. He's an all-decade receiver.
You made the case. You just compared one of the best prolific NBA scorers to Chase Claypool. What's the difference?
No, what I'm saying, you only get grace in moving a handful of times. You can't keep moving and saying they're not using me correctly. At some point in time, you can't keep saying this organization is bad. Okay, you said Houston was bad. You went to Brooklyn. That organization was bad. Now you're in Philly. Philly's bad. You want to go somewhere else. Hold on. I forgot about OKC. So OKC, Houston, Brooklyn, Philly. How many times do we get to change? And the only common denominator, the organizations are still going. What's the common denominator? The individual. Right. So I'm just saying with Chase Claypool, Ocho, think about it. He's a big kid. I think he's like 6'5", 230, ran extremely well.
Just like Brandon Marshall.
If you look his numbers, his Notre Dame numbers didn't like, man, whoo. Because a lot of people thought the kid was going to have to bulk up and move to tight end.
Right.
Something is going on with him internally. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is, but these teams, Ocho, you know these teams will move on, man.
Yeah,
man, them jokers, they'll eat 30, 40, $50 million like it's nothing.
Quick, because they're going to make it up anyway.
They're going to make it up.
They're going to make it up anyway.
They're not going to have you dragging your feet on there. But he just got to make it up in his mind. Bro, you want to play football or not?
Right.
I don't know what's going on. If you got something at home, go ahead.
He need the right situation. I think he needs to be in the right. I don't know what the right situation is. I think he needs to feel welcome. He needs to feel welcome where he is, and that's all it takes. Sometimes, Shannon. That's all it takes. Some time is for a player to be in a situation where he feels welcome. Where he's at a team where they want to use him, where they want to make him an intricate part of the offense. That's all. Sometimes that's all we want.
You know where I feel most welcome? Yeah. The bank. How you doing, Mr. Sharpe? How are you today? I feel so welcome when I walk up in that thing, Ocho. I don't know about you, but that's where I feel most welcome at. When they say, well, Mr. Sharpe, what can we do you today? What can we do for you today? Ain't that where you feel welcome?
Sometimes it ain't even about the money. Sometimes they want to play for the love of the game.
Man, stop it. Stop it.
I think his frustrations, I think Chase Claypool's frustrations are about the love of the game, not the check. Because if it was about the check, he wouldn't be complaining about them not using him the right way. So I'm standing with my receiver.
You stand on that?
They not using the right way. Yeah. And I'm not finished because they ain't using none of the motherfuckers they got over there. Oh, I cursed. My bad. They're not using none of the receivers they got. They're not using DJ Moore right. And man, you know what?
DJ Moore had a nice game today.
Yeah. Oh, today we in week 200. He should be having a nice game every week. Because if you want to win, if you want to take that donut so you're not over, you got to get the ball. You got to get your special players. You got to get them involved in the offense and make it for everybody else.
You know what? I love how it's week 200 for everybody else except the Bengals. It's only week 4 for the Bengals, but it's week 2,000 for everybody else.
Well, listen. Well, the Bears haven't been in contention in a very long time. We coming off goddamn 2 AFC championships, so it's different. For us, we got a little leeway. We got time to get it together. Goddamn,
y'all just making up a
when the last time the Bears been to the playoffs? I'm just asking.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, 2017. Yeah, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.